Alright, I'm back out here in my shop this morning, and I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I come out here in my shop fully intending to work on one project, and then when I get out here something happens and it turns out I end up having to work on something else. So this is, if you don't recognize this is the upside down side of my router lift. And many of you have asked me for the plans to this, and downloaded them, or I've sent you the DXF files or whatever. So, but anyway, I had a little problem with mine the other day. If you look here, you can see where there was the block that mounts the nut that uses the threaded rod to raise and lower it. Well, I should have known better, but I was using some of this cheap plywood from Lowe's. I think they call it blonde wood or something, and that's what I'd made that nut block out of. Well, eventually, turning that thing up and down so many times, that hex-shaped pocket that I had milled with my CNC router to hold that stainless steel nut so that it would go up and down, eventually rounded out. And so I got kind of stuck and I couldn't move it up or down. So fortunately I took it in there and sawed down a few places, and then took a chisel, and it broke off pretty cleanly, which again just shows you how cheap this veneer on this plywood is, because it wasn't really glued as well as I thought it was. But anyway, so what I'm going to do today, rather than work on my sawmill project, which if y'all have been following me here recently on the videos, I'm working on this sawmill project, and I've got it all over here in my shop, and I need to keep working on it to get it finished. But anyway, I want to get this finished first because this is one of my favorite tools in my shop, and I do use it pretty much every time I'm out here. So what I'm going to do is I had one little old piece of red oak that's a nice hardwood, and it's big enough that I'm going to use my CNC router, cut a couple of new blocks, and then what I'm going to do is, instead of gluing it on there this time, I'll attach it with some screws and countersink them so they don't get in the way there. And then that way, should anything ever happen again, I can pull it back off much easier. Although I think it will last a good bit longer making this out of oak instead of this cheap plywood. So, but anyway, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fire up the CNC, cut a couple of new blocks, and I'll keep the video rolling and show you how it goes together. Okay, well my CNC router made quick work of remaking these blocks. And I can show you now, maybe give you a better idea, because I think when I made the original video I already had this glued up. And what I did is, you can see I milled a pocket that matches the shape of this half 13 stainless steel nut, and I just pop it in like that, and I've got an equal block made like this. And before, I just glued these together, and then you've got your through hole going through there for the half 13, and then this was just glued on here like this. So I think what I'm going to do is I think I'll go ahead, and I don't even know if I'm going to glue these. Maybe I'll just screw them down, or maybe I don't even need to screw them together, because as I screw them here, that should hold it. So anyway, I think I'm going to screw this block to here instead of gluing it. That way, should this ever waller out again, and I don't know that it will, because this is oak now, so it's going to be a little tougher, then I can get to it a lot easier. But anyway, I'll keep the camera rolling, and you can see how I reassemble this thing. Okay, what I decided to do was I took these two blocks over to the drill press, and I've got you can't see it in there now probably, but I've got the half 13 nut in between these two pieces of oak, and I drilled just a pilot hole, and I came back and drilled a 5/16 to counterbore that a little bit. And then I've got that screwed in, and it doesn't come out this side, and it's on there good and solid. And the good thing is, should that ever waller out again, I don't have to deal with the glue. I can just unscrew these 4 screws, and the whole thing will come off, and then this block will separate to get to that nut. Although I think this oak is going to hold up much better. So I'm going to go ahead and keep the camera rolling here, and you can see how I put this thing back together. It's working nice and smooth now. Now I just need to get all the parts put back on here. I'll give you a closer look at these too. These are the guide pieces that I made. I thought about making these originally out of half-inch HDPE, and then I decided now I'll go ahead and make them out of oak. And you can see I've I made these on my CNC router. I've rounded the edges here. This is nice and slick, and this is basically just to press down to keep the back of this plate against these slides here. Let me show you a good view of the slides. As you can see, give everybody a little bit better view of how all that works. But anyway, I made these out of oak and used my CNC to slot these so that I can put them down on here, and because they're slotted I can push them forward to press against this and keep a good snug fit. And should they ever loosen up because they're slotted, I just readjust them and push them down again. Okay, I've got these slides put back on and have it adjusted so that it moves pretty freely. I also wanted to point this out because I've had some questions about this. This is basically, once you crank this threaded rod up from above and you get it to the height you want, this is just like an extra little thing you can tighten down, and it will keep everything from slipping with vibration and things like that. So you just loosen this, adjust your threaded rod up and down where you want it to go, and then you can just tighten this in and it will hold it in place. Okay, so I've got everything fastened back down now. I've got the router lip secured to the underside of the table. Now I just have to mount the router in here. Okay, and there we have it. Now let's try this thing out and see. Loosen this little bolt here. And we'll see if she's gonna. Oh yeah, she's moving nice and smooth now. Yep, she's as good as new now. Old Dave's a happy camper. Okay, I want to thank everybody for watching my videos. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please do so. Just click the subscribe button down below and follow me every week or so, or every couple of weeks whenever I put a new video up, all the different projects I'm doing. And I appreciate all the new subscribers. Still getting a bunch of new subscribers every week, and I appreciate that. So until next time, we'll talk to you later.